mga kababayan, nandito tayo sa Pasig River Esplanade. Just in the January 17, 2024, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. unveiled the latest addition to Manila's urban landscape. The new Pasig River Esplanade, part of ambitious Pasig Bigayang Buhay Muli PBBM project, is developed aims to breathe new life into iconic Pasig River.
Imagine strolling along a pedestrian-friendly walkway, water fountains and lighting adding a touch of elegance and open-air venues for events. Yes, that's what the new Esplanade offers. Plus, the project includes a 50-kilometer promenade on both sides of the river, featuring public parks, jogging, and bike paths. It's a total transformation from the rivers, previously the small state, declared biologically dead in the 90s.
Office of the Philippine Postal Corporation. The structure was built in 1926 but suffered severe damages during the Second World War.
So, nandito tayo sa liwasang Bonifacio.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa liwasang Bonifacio at makikita natin ang estatwa ni Andres Bonifacio. Andres Bonifacio from 1863 to 1897. This monument is dedicated by the City of Manila in 1963, the hero's birth centenary, and the plaza was renamed Liwasang Bonifacio.
The Manila Metropolitan Theater is a Philippine Art Deco structure wherein various performances such as plays, concerts.
Roseros Forest Park is a riverside urban forest park in Manila, Philippines, located on Antonio Villegas Street in the Central District of Ermita. Emilio Jacinto was an eloquent and brave young man, known as both the soul and the brain of the Katipunan. The wall was a well-guarded structure around divided Germany and represented ideological differences between the United States and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. The Martial Law Memorial Wall is a series of black marble structures imprinted with the names of victims from 1972 to 1986. Bonifacio Shrine, also known as the Kartili ng Katipunan or Heroes Park, is a public park and plaza in Ermita, Manila, Philippines. Located just north of the Manila City Hall and south of Mehan Garden and Liwasang Bonifacio. And it pays homage to the Andres Bonifacio-led revolutionary group that fought the Spanish forces. Lagos Nilan pedestrian underpass runs across the busy Taft Avenue Road, connecting the Manila City Hall and the historic Intramuros area. Gloria de Jesus statue is found at Capitolio Coffee Shop in Manila, Philippines, and it was made by Ed Castrillo. Gloria de Jesus, also known as Oryang, was the founder and vice president of the women's chapter of the Katipunan of the Philippines. The Yuchенko Group of companies donated the vast area where Plaza Yuchenko will be built to the Manila City government as a way to promote Manila's beautification program.
Hi guys, it's our day 2 and nandito kami ngayon sa National Museum of Anthropology.
We're here at Balay Balate. It's made of plastics.
The National Museum of Anthropology in the Philippines, located in Manila, traces its history back to its establishment in 1901. Originally founded as the Insular Museum of Ethnology, it aimed to preserve and study the cultural heritage of the diverse indigenous people of the Philippines. The strip measures 17.8 and 1.3 cm. The strip was made to convey a message. The Laguna copper plate inscription, it has a great significance for the understanding of the history of the Philippines during the 10th century AD.
The Doctrina Christiana is the first published book in the Philippines.
The Tabon mandible is the earliest evidence of human remains showing archaic characteristics of the mandible and teeth. Ceramic artifacts are the most common type of cultural material found in archaeological sites around the world. In the Philippines, ceramics provide evidences of our prehistoric past such as population movements, maritime interactions, social identities, ritual practices, and spirituality. The exhibit presents the rich ceramic tradition of the Philippines and how it has shaped our culture. Known as the Ship of the Dead, the Manunggul jar is a burial container.
The Kalatagan pot is an ellipsoid earthenware container with everted syllabic inscriptions. The Baybayin Gallery showcases the ancient and pre-Hispanic literature and script of the Philippines.
The oldest known piece of cloth in the Philippines is the Banton burial cloth, now in the National Museum. The marble hall beyond the south entrance with its stained glass and coffered ceiling, and the grand staircases with its exquisite
Architectural structure dito sa National Museum of Fine Arts. Tingnan niyo naman. Baka
Visitors to the National Museum of Fine Arts can expect to see a diverse array of artworks, including paintings, sculptures, print. This large work portrays a factual event as it depicts the 1719 assassination of Governor General Fernando Bustamante y Bustillo. The painting Espoliarium depicts the brutal aftermath of gladiatorial matches in ancient Rome.
Pablo Amorsolo Works, Mestiza, and Philippine Charity Sweepstakes. From Philippine Normal University Collection, The Paway Church by Fernando Amorsolo.
National artist for painting, Fernando Amorsolo is the master of portraiture. The studio furniture and assorted items were donated by the artist's widow. The Security Bank Hall showcases the permanent exhibition of sculptures, lithographs, and memorabilia of national artist full sculptor Guillermo Tolentino.
The Dr. Jose Rizal National Hero in Art Hall, featuring the works inspired by Dr. Jose Rizal. Filipino struggles through history depicts the history of the Philippines from pre-colonial to end of American period.
Vicente Manansala's International Rights Research Institute series
now we're here in National Museum of History.
The museum's central attraction is the DNA Tree of Life, a 6-story steel structure designed by architect Dominic Galicia. Lolong replica featuring the crocodile skin located in the upper entrance of National Museum of Natural History. The Philippine eagle is the largest forest raptor in the Philippines and the country's national bird. The National Museum of Natural History showcases the rich biodiversity of the Philippines, featuring exhibits on flora, fauna, geology, and ecology. The submarine, which features various underwater, deep sea, reef reviews in each window, is the life-size structure of a blue whale, the Marinduque sperm whale skeleton, a 43.5 feet long sperm whale, the skeleton of the largest crocodile in history, Lolong. Luneta, also known as Rizal Park, is a historical urban park located in Manila, Philippines. It serves as a tribute to the country's national hero Jose Rizal, with a monument erected in his honor at its center. Luneta is not only a significant cultural landmark but also a popular destination for locals and tourists alike, offering green spaces, gardens, and recreational facilities. The Rizal Monument is a memorial in Rizal Park in Manila, Philippines, designed to honor the executed Filipino nationalist Jose Rizal. The memorial consists of a standing bronze sculpture of Rizal with an obelisk set of stone foundation inside, which his remains are laid to rest, bearing his two famous novels El Filibusterismo and No Limitangin. At the entrance of Luneta, you can see a stand traditional house. Alongside is the Long Gallery of Heroes, and it features a row of bust sculpture monuments of historical Philippine heroes. Jose Rizal, born 1861 and died 1896, is one of the most revered figures in Philippine history. He was a multifaceted intellectual and a political activist, best known for his political writings that inspired the Philippine Revolution and ultimately led to his execution by the Spanish colonizers. Mi Ultimo Adios was Rizal's poetic tribute, his last farewell to the country he loved so much. Rizal died without seeing the dawn of a new day, yet he did see the dawning of a new democracy in our country. This squat whitewashed obelisk marked the spot where three Filipino secular priests, Jose Burgos, Mariano Gomez, and Jacinto Zamora, collectively known as Gamburza, were executed by Garrote on charges of subversion due to their alleged involvement in the 1872 Cavite Mutiny. They were executed by strangulation. On January 11, 1897, 13 men, Masons, and member of La Liga Filipina were executed in Bagumbayan Field on charges of treason and sedition. They were arrested at the start of the revolution or on the basis of testimonies of those rounded up and tortured after the Katipunan was discovered. Chinese Garden is one of the attractions in Rizal Park, which is situated in the heart of the city of Manila, Philippines. Chinese Garden was built to promote friendship between China and Philippines. Confucius was a Chinese philosopher, politician, and teacher whose message of knowledge, benevolence, loyalty, and virtue were the main guiding philosophy of China for thousands of years. The most interesting highlights of this garden is the man-made lagoon, which is adorned with luscious greenery and colorful flowers. The pagoda, bridge, and the gazebo are also complementing the relaxing environment. Japanese Garden is found in the middle section of Rizal Park or Luneta. It is built to promote friendship and tolerance between Japan and the Philippines. One of the most interesting highlights of this garden is the lagoon and the bridge. Also featured in the garden is the torii. Torii is a symbolic gateway marking the entrance to the sacred precincts of Shinto shrine in Japan. At the entrance of the garden, you will see the Japanese traditional house, Ninka. It is anonymous houses built by ordinary builders and owned by ordinary people.
Hello! So ngayon po, tapos na kami to visit the Rizal Monument, the Gamburza Monument, Chinese Garden, and Japanese Garden.
Intramuros, or the Walled City, is one of the oldest districts of Manila, built on the south bank of the Pasig River around 1571. It was built by the Spaniards. Alongside Plazuela de Santa Isabel is the Memoir Manila. A 1945 monument is a gravestone for each and every one killed in Manila during its Battle of Liberation, also known as the Casas Consistoriales. The Ayuntamiento was the seat of Manila City Council, which consisted of the 2 alcaldes, 8 oidores, a clerk, and a chief constable. The pamantasan ng lungsod ng Maynila. The National Commission for Culture and Arts is the primary government arm mandated to protect, develop, and promote Philippine arts and culture. The Church of St. Augustine, also known as the Archdiocesan Shrine of Our Lady of Consolacion and Cincture of the Immaculate Conception Parish. In 1993, San Agustin Church was one of the 4 Philippine churches constructed during the Spanish colonial period to be designated as the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The kalesa is a traditional mode of transportation in the Philippines. The Manila Cathedral Basilica is the premier cathedral of the Philippines, the only one elevated to the rank of basilica by the Pope's own initiative. Palacio del Gobernador is the former headquarters and residence of the Governors General in Philippine Islands. Colegio de Santa Rosa was established by the Spanish and was meant for the education of Indias, or native Filipinos. Plaza de Santo Tomas in Intramuros was meant to be a Dominican cemetery and garden.
Inside the plaza is the Miguel de Benavides statue, the founder of UST. Plaza de Roma was renamed several times until 1961.
Monument of King Carlos IV of Spain. Fort Santiago is one of the oldest fortifications in Manila, built by the Spaniards in 1571. Baluarte de Santa Barbara was named in honor of Saint Barbara. This was built in the 16th century to protect the entrance from the Pasig River, and it is the highest defensive structure in Fort Santiago. The chambers of the Baluarte de Santa Barbara presently house the IMEC History Fortress Ligo Education Center. Visitors could look at Ligo models of lost landmarks in Intramuros, as well as the miniatures of other places of interest in the Philippines. The current dungeons were originally the fort's powder magazine, which the Spaniards used to store gunpowder. Due to its original purpose as a gunpowder storage, the powder magazine became prison cells for guerrillas and civilians arrested during the World War II. During the Battle of Manila in 1945, hundreds of prisoners squeezed inside the dungeons were abandoned by the Japanese. Owing to the combined effects of lack of food, air circulation, and sanitary conditions, the prisoners succumbed and no one survived. Several corpses were discovered after the battle, and they were given a decent burial in a mass grave near the dungeons. The main room of the soldiers' school was converted into a chapel cell for Dr. Rizal. Alongside the solid curtain wall of Baluartillo de San Francisco Javier are the ruins of a building which is the American Barracks. After the Battle of Manila in 1945, 600 decomposing bodies were found around Intramuros. Their remains lie in a mass grave under a white marble cross beside the dungeons. Rizal Shrine, a brick barracks, which was first built in the 16th century, has been in a ruined state since its destruction during the Battle of Manila in 1945. Here, Jose Rizal was imprisoned for 56 days, from November 3 to December 29, 1896. The entire right wing of this building, which contained his prison cell, was reconstructed in 1953 as a museum and as a shrine dedicated to Jose Rizal. It was renovated in 1998 for the Philippine Independence Centennial and subsequently modernized in 2014.
Hello po! We're going to Binondo for our food trip for today. Here, hi!
Situated across the Pasig River from Intramuros, the former headquarters of the colonial Spanish government, the bustling district of Binondo is considered the world's first and oldest Chinatown. Binondo, established in 1594, entices foods with its unique fusion of Filipino-Chinese taste that reflects centuries of cultural exchange. Binondo boasts a vibrant array of sweet treat stores, offering delectable delights ranging from traditional Chinese pastries to modern fusion desserts. Chinese cuisine enthusiasts relish the succulent flavors of skewered delicacies, savoring each bite with delight, making it a beloved culinary tradition across the nation. Binondo is renowned for its delectable fried siopaw and buchi stores, offering a delightful fusion of flavors that captivates both local and visitors. These culinary treasures serve as a testament to Binondo's rich Chinese gastronomic. Pastries and bread hold a significant place in Filipino cuisine, often enjoyed as snacks or desserts. Traditional favorites like pandesal and ensaymada are beloved staples in Filipino households and bakeries. Dumplings hold significant cultural importance in Chinese cuisine. They symbolize wealth and prosperity, particularly during celebrations like Chinese New Year.
Anong lasa? Lasang macho.
Lasang dahon.
Nine over 10. Hindi ako kasi mahilig sa nuts eh. Pero matamis. Tayo yung favorite.
8 out of 10 kasi chewy siya, pero I think dapat need lang more seasoning. 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Ang sarap siya. Ikaw?
Ano, sa number 10?
7.
10 out of 10. 10.
Very mahangin siya kayo. Sa bulok. 6.5 lang. Kasi hindi ko siya bet. Dami naman perspective.
Fried dumpling with kuchay and pork. So, sa loob niya, it's full of green leaves, something like that. May pork siya. Meron siyang pork, tsaka mas malasa siya. It's very good kasi malambot. Kahit mainit siya, masarap. 10 out of 10. Recommended guys, bili kayo ng ganito pagpunta kayong Binondo. 10 out of 10. Sarap.
Lasang ordinaryo lang matcha na to. Dahon.
Wala pa yung order.
Rate mo. To dahon.
A typical dark chocolate. Pero binili sa Binondo, so 10 out of 10. So, tapos na kami dito sa tour namin around Binondo. So, overall, ang tour namin sa Binondo ay 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10.
8 to 9.
Yeah. Hello, everyone! So, now we're here at the Paco Park, Paco Cemetery as well. Yeah.
The Cementerio General de Dilao, known today as Paco Park. The Cementerio General de Dilao or Paco Cemetery was built due in part of the cholera outbreaks that swept the city in the 19th century. After Jose Rizal's execution, his sister Narcisa searched tirelessly for his body until she found it buried in Paco Cemetery. To keep the location secret from Spanish authorities, she arranged a plaque with his initials reversed. The mortal remains of the three martyred priests, Father Jose A. Burgos, Mariano C. Gomez, and Jacinto R. Zamora, were buried in this hallowed ground. Inside the Paco Cemetery is a chapel dedicated to Saint Pancratius, a Roman citizen who converted to Christianity. At the back of the chapel, there's a cemetery for the stillborn, the Sitio de los Infantes de Osario. It's an infant site in ossuary, and it was built for the resting place of the infants in late 19th century. These moss-covered walls date back to Spanish colonial era.
Bye-bye!
Bye! Bye-bye! Next time ulit!